a nightmare. And it is a nightmare despite the fact that the Supreme Court over and over again is very clear about how school buses need to operate and the sort of background verification checks that are mandatory.
Yes, Shreyaji, this is a very horrifying incident, and I'm really shocked because of all this death, and my prayers also to all the families for those students who are alive for the speedy recovery. And yes, this is criminal negligence, I would say, and it's not only school administration, principal, and school management. It is RTO department, it is education department. They all should be booked under criminal negligence. Suspension is not the right solution. I would urge the state government to immediately
it's just an eyewash.
Arrest. It is just an eyewash. Immediate. Why they have not arrested all these officials? Why the RTO department officials, education department officers, education officer, why is not in custody? Why only principal and school administration and that driver? This is pure criminal negligence, and time and again we have been requesting the authorities, we have been requesting the government. Even NCPCR has sent notices last year to all the state government to conduct inspection, to conduct check of all these buses, private school buses, especially all the buses, government and private school buses. But there is very few states have responded and submitted the ATR as far as the fitness certificate is concerned. And how come the school bus was running at a speed which is beyond the limit? Why? How come any RTO inspector or any traffic police was not there to check the speed of any bus? Because as a citizen, when we drive, there's a speed limit, and we cannot drive at a speed of 10 kilometers or 5 or 20 or 50 kilometers. How can a bus driver drive a school bus with a speed limit which is not allowed? So this is a pure criminal negligence, and all should be booked. Suspension will not resolve this issue until
I agree with you. Just the suspension of one government official, Anubhaji, I agree with you. Just the suspension of one government official does not work. There are multiple government organizations, there are multiple government departments that have failed, the education department, the RTO, of course the school. So this eyewash business will simply not do. And you're correct in pointing out that what has happened till now is simply an eyewash. Ladies and gentlemen, I want all of you, as I wrap this chat, to think about this. Today is a gazetted holiday. Many of you would have taken your children to the mall or out for a meal. It's a chutti after all. But please imagine that in 6 families in this country today, there is grief and only grief. Ladies and gentlemen, grief and only grief because the school failed in its duty, the RTO failed in its duty, the education department failed in its duty, the Haryana government failed in its duty. We'll just leave it at that. Our prayers right now with the families of those who have lost their 6 children, and our prayers also with all the children, the 21 children who right now are in hospital. We are being told that many of them are critical. I'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much, Anubha Srivastav. Thank you very much, Rupali Kudesi. And thank you very much, Dr. Tayal, for joining us this evening.